Park Bo-gum protects Kim Yoo-jung amid a chaotic crowd. Fans swoon. Take another look at the clip we shared at the top of the video. That tiny, perfectly timed moment is exactly the kind of thing that turns ordinary award show footage into a dozen feverish edits and 1,000 heart emoji reactions. If you love those micro-scenes where a gesture says more than a speech, this one is for you. Bright lights, a crowd pushing to find exits, and one actor who simply turns back, offers a hand, and creates a private space in public. That small move has set off huge waves across fan communities. And this, Asian star spotlight is here to collect every slow-motion frame and make sense of why a single protective reach can feel like a whole narrative. The Asia Artist Awards 2025 finished with the usual fanfare. Dazzling performances, emotional acceptance speeches, and a finale that left the venue buzzing. But among the many memorable moments that night, viewers kept returning to a very specific second. A candid fan cam that captured Park Bo-gum slightly pivoting and extending his arm toward Kim Yoo-jung as they navigated a congested exit. The image and the clip are unassuming at first glance. From a distance you can see the crowd press, camera flashes flicker, and a line of artists moving toward the backstage corridor. Then, just for an instant, Bo-gum's focus narrows. He slows, adjusts his steps to match hers, and reaches out in a way that reads less like choreography and more like instinct. There's a reason this micro-gesture resonated so strongly. In a room full of people and cameras, the simple act of prioritizing another person's safety feels both thoughtful and intimate. Fans noticed the sequence of small but meaningful behaviors. The way Park Bo-gum checked on Kim Yoo-jung's pace, the gentle pivot that created a shielded space between her and the bustling crowd, and the measured way he guided her along. He wasn't performing, he was responding. That distinction made the moment land like a soft, protective punctuation mark in the middle of the evening's noise. The supplied photo and fan footage help illustrate that tone. One image circulating shows the pair from behind as they walk. Evening lighting, a slightly blurred crowd, and two silhouettes moving together. Park Bo-gum's stance, slight turn, hand forward, suggests a purposeful guiding motion, while Kim Yoo-jung's relaxed posture indicates she trusted the guidance. The shot is candid and cinematic at once. Not staged, not posed, and just blurry enough to feel private even while being public. That visual ambiguity invites interpretation, and fans quickly filled in the blanks with affection, humor, and a generous dose of nostalgia. Fans responded in waves. Across platforms, you could find everything from emotional exclamations to nostalgic references. Park Bo-gum looks like he's been doing this his whole life. Protecting Yoo-jung feels natural to him. 8 years and his protective instinct is still there. My heart. The way he adjusts his pace to match hers, you can feel the care. They don't even need words. Just standing next to each other is dramatic enough. Why does this matter so much to viewers? Part of the answer lies in history. For many, Park Bo-gum and Kim Yoo-jung aren't just two celebrities who happen to attend the same awards. They're the duo who enchanted audiences in Love in the Moonlight, a drama that established a tender on-screen shorthand between them. That background colors every reunion. Casual touches feel like callbacks, and mundane courtesies take on the warm glow of familiarity. When Bo-gum reaches for Yoo-jung at an awards exit, fans don't only see a protective gesture, they see a living echo of beloved characters and shared memories. Context also amplifies the emotional effect. Exits after big events are hectic. Cameras, staff, and fans converge, and what seems like a second can become a vulnerable moment for anyone trying to move through the press of people. In this environment, a thoughtful forward step to create space is practical and caring. The footage that circulated showed Bo-gum intuitively creating that safety net, not flamboyantly, but deliberately. For fans who've watched the pair over the years, that combination of practicality and tenderness felt like authenticity rather than showmanship. The moment also fits into a pattern of small acts of consideration observed throughout the night. Earlier clips from the same event showed Park Bo-gum offering Yoo-jung a drink, sharing looks that read as knowing rather than staged, and taking care to remain attentive when she spoke with senior colleagues. Those tiny, repeated behaviors accumulate. They're the difference between a one-off friendly gesture and an ongoing habit of considerate attention. It's that accumulation that convinced many fans the moment at the exit was not accidental. Still, it's worth noting how fans' reactions blend devotion with powered-down realism. The cheering posts and fan edits overflowed with playful hyperbole, mock movie posters, GIFs, and slow-motion compilations, but a fair number of voices also urged empathy and restraint. The best comments balanced joy with respect, celebrating the warmth they saw while reminding others to protect the privacy of public figures. That combination, exuberant fandom plus thoughtful boundaries, is exactly the tone many hope to keep around these kinds of moments. Critically, moments like this matter because they're human. Awards shows and red carpets can feel like performance art, where every glance is scripted and every step choreographed. So when something appears unguarded, a small touch that isn't a soundbite or a picture pose, it stands out. Park Bo-gum's protective movement reads as unguarded. Kim Yoo-jung's willingness to accept the guidance reads as trusting. Together they made a fleeting scene that felt real, unscripted, and emotionally resonant. Beyond romance speculation, there's a professional kindness to admire. Actors who spend years collaborating often develop an unspoken language of care, quick cues, an unforced attentiveness, and a readiness to make space for one another. That kind of teamwork is visible in how Bo-gum and Yoo-jung have interacted on stages and behind the scenes. Reliable, considerate, and quietly supportive. Fans who see these gestures aren't only shipping possibilities. They're appreciating the depth of a working relationship that respects boundaries and looks out for one another in public situations. As the clip made the rounds, editorial channels and fan pages, including BSO, Asian Stars Spotlight, began compiling the moments into highlight reels, slow-motion analyses, and roundtable discussions. The conversation spans emotional reactions, technical breakdowns of body language, and gentle reminders about kindness online. For those who want context and thoughtful parsing rather than just sensational headlines, that's a welcome development. It keeps the moment in conversation while encouraging a humane approach to fandom. In the end, the exit gesture is a small thing with an outsized emotional footprint. It was just a hand extended at the right second, a shielding motion, and a patient step to accompany someone through a tight crowd. Yet for many fans it became emblematic, a tiny, tender proof that real care exists in small public movements.